Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are rolling back from Akron, Ohio. Just picked up another one. And it's a sketchy one at that, because the tires are this wide. I don't know if they're two spares. I have no idea. But I'm about 15 minutes away from the location, which is my house. And you know the deal. We're going to pull the engine out. Actually, we're going to do things a little different this time. We're going to just do our test with it in the boat. So we're going to see if it runs. We're going to see if it, if it turns over. I kind of jumped ahead on you. I apologize. I did make sure it turned over before I drug this thing home. I had to throw a tire on it and redo the lights. That way I was halfway legal. And I just left the old plate on there. I have no idea whose plate it is, but it is what it is. So let's jump right into it. We're here. We made it. What do we got for an out drive? It's definitely locked. Oh, there she goes. You see how much this boat moves? That's what I was dealing with. Down the highway. Oh yeah, look at those tires. Anyway, it's a 5-wire actually, 4-pin. My boat's the same way, so I had to wire it up. I only had a 4-pin connector, so I had to wire it up. I put 2 greens together so this side doesn't get power unless you hit the brakes. Anyway, no big deal. This boat's trashed, okay, if I'm being honest. You see what I mean? Like all of this. Nice. Has a trim pump. I'm surprised nothing flew out of here. But I don't care about any of this. Here's what we care about. You know the deal. This, even not so much, I don't really give a shit about because these don't sell worth a damn. But this is where it's at. Okay. I did check the block as best as I could. You know, I checked the oil. Oil's good. This would be a real easy one to pull out. See the rear mounts right there? Now, what I did was, I'll post a video in this video, is I just stuck it in gear, okay? There's no window here, that's nice. You just slap her in gear like that, and then I grab the propeller, and just like a vehicle, you can just spin this, okay? And in return, that turns the motor over. Somebody stole the dang alternator off the damn thing, but I do have an alternator to throw on it. Over here, and I got you guys here with me, and the flash is on. Let's see if we can look at this block, because I looked at the best I could. What do you guys think? You think it's cracked? I don't know. We'll have to dig into it and see, but this boat is so rough. Got one running light. This is the tire I had to buy. Notice how tiny it is. Did I get the same size as the other side? Let me see. I did. Because I looked at this side. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go to Walmart and get one of those. How'd the hubs do? It's a little warm. I mean, look how big these tires are. They're tiny. This is in good shape though. I don't know whose plate that is. It ain't mine. Ooh, she got a little warm, but it doesn't matter because we made it back. This is interesting. Somebody put a rope in here. Maybe I'll do it with mine. I haven't checked it out or anything. I just literally got here. I didn't even make sure this was tight. Yeah. So I was too focused on doing the wiring so I could get back before it got dark. Free ratchet strap if it works. Let's see. Oh, yeah, little WD she'll come right around. This is a tilt deck trailer. Should I tilt it? I probably won't be able to get it back down. Let's see. How do you even do it? Pull this back this way. Yeah, that's what you do because it pulls the pin out. And this thing probably flings up, I'm sure. I don't know if we get it back down, but let's see. Oh. It has been a doozy every day. Did you guys know you can have a title notarized without the buyer being present? Didn't know that until today. Anyway, that's done. We're gonna see if this thing is going to run. I don't know the gas situation. I don't know if it has spark. I just figured I'd throw my jump pack on it, twist on the key, and see what happens. That sounds like a good plan. I did charge this up last night, okay? So we have a full jump pack that will die pretty soon because these engines, depending on the starter, you know what I mean, can be a little tricky. Give me a second, let me hook this jump pack up and we'll see what happens. You always want to make sure your positive cable is nice and wet and it's got a wet leaf in there as well. Excuse me? This boat is so trashed. Look at these seats. Oh, I don't have a key. Shoot. That's no big deal. We can still crank it over, but I'd like to see how much fuel's in it. Let me see what's going on here. Well, basically I just yanked really hard from below and it popped the tumbler out. Oopsie. We've got power here. Now all you need is a screwdriver. Let's see. Now, does this boat have a screwdriver in it anywhere? I'm sure it probably does. What about the glove box? That's starter shims, but it may work. Let's see. Well, believe it or not, I think the starter's bad. And I stepped in that. It wasn't a jar. And it really stinks. I gotta hold myself from trying to vomit. Bad thing is, I think it's on my boots. Oh, that stuff stinks so bad. Wish you guys could smell it. Okay, anyway. Okay, well, let me set you up here. See if you can at least hear. Don't want to know, but we have lights. Look, and we have a blower. Sounds like it's dying. Let me. Fun fact: wherever that stuff was in the seat over there, it's 100% on my boots. Anyway, look how low this boat sits. This could be nice to work on. This is like a 6-foot tripod, I think. Anyway, here's comparison. If I put my fat ass in front of it, you can see we can get to everything, okay? But can you guys see everything is the question, almost. Okay, we're gonna get these linkages off. Don't mind the kids in the background, it ain't my kids. Get those out of here. Run those back in for the next customer, so in case those broke or they misplaced them, they can have these ones. Or maybe not, maybe I just drop them. Get the stuff out of the way. I say I wanted to keep all the bolts and then drop those on the floor. Most of the time I just cut these too because they're a bitch to get off. Or just use the impact. Wasn't going to hit nothing when they come out. This one's in the water still. We'll shove that in a freshwater tube with the leaf on it. That's important. And then the ground is right here. Also wet. Somebody didn't remove that, so I'll have to remove that. Get this wiring harness out of the way. There's a couple. Oh, okay. They moved the hour meter back there because these are not factory wires. So those just disconnect like that. Disconnected. Luckily, I'll be able to get to these back ones right here with no. Universal. What does it look like? So those in the battery, the water bucket. Leg bolts, FYI. So they come out real easy. Up trick and see if we can get the starter to come back around. you mean it's too short? Pop goes the weasel. All right, now that she's on the stand, why is this cranked up so high? Interesting. A bit of a bulge there. Let me zoom out so you guys know what I'm talking about. But first impressions, doesn't look too bad. This is what I'm worried about, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see if we can get it rotating. I don't know why it's, look at this angle. Somebody really jacked her up, unless that's how it came factory, because of the way the boat's set up. But bilge pump, no thanks. Okay, now that we got this out, I can hook my key up to it. Mikey, oh. Yeah, what's the chances that's gonna fire? We'll see. Oil good? I already checked it. It's like brand new. It's a little over full, but I can only assume that's because of the angle that it's sitting on. All right. Got our key, the one that I made. Remember? Oil pressure gauge doesn't work. I think I wired it wrong. Imagine that. Because not every, it seems like every one of these are the same, but they're just this much different. Does that make sense? But the fundamentals are there. We'll hook this directly to the starter. It's either been melted or it's wet for whatever reason. Hook this directly to the ground. Make sure it's a good ground. Let me grab a hammer. I mean, yeah, 1/2-inch drive ratchet. It's gonna run. I can guarantee you. Crank it a little more. Do you hear how good that thing sounds? It's gonna run. I wonder if it has spark. The easy way to figure that out is just dump gas down the carb, see if it pops off. That's what we're gonna do next. Well, I just dropped that nut into the carburetor. But it's right there. It's right there. I can grab it. Carburetor looks like a gas station bathroom. Retrieved. Don't do that again. Y'all ready? No spark. Well, that's why it's not sparking. The points are frosty. Stick this in between here. Look at all that white stuff. Can you see that? Okay, we'll see if we got our spark back. You'll see it spark between those 2 points. Turn the key on. Something ain't quite right with that ignition. This purple wire here goes to my key is getting hot and smoking. So give me a second. I'll see if I can troubleshoot this and get it sorted out. Okay, what it boils down to is I think the starter is bad. Let me tell you why. If I leave this is the power wire for the coil, I believe. Yeah, because the other purple one goes up to the choke. So when you turn the ignition on, it's, you know, it sends power to the coil. But the problem I'm having, if I send power to the coil, it tries to start. So I'd take these wires off. This purple and yellow one only go down to the starter, which is engaging the solenoid to start like you're turning the key. I've had that happen before, something like that, but we got spark back and with this jumper wire. So I'll just touch that to the positive for now and see if we can get the pop off. I have not tried it yet. I just know we have spark now at the points. So now we can hook our jumper up, dump a little bit of fuel down the yap, and see what happens. Nothing. Copy. Good. Probably should start with these spark plugs, huh? I can pull the cap back off and prove to you guys that it has spark. Maybe I'll do that. It's right here. Okay? You looking? Well, where'd the spark go? There it is. Can you guys see that okay? Oh yeah, you can. So we have spark. Let's see if the coil's firing any spark out. Good way to get shocked, but you know. Well, I'd say it's getting spark since it just literally fired. Just a lot of gas. That poor jump pack and starter. We could pull that off and see what kind of stuff we got going on in there. I'm sure it's lovely. I can even get to it. Oh, it's factory. It still has the safety tie on it. Doesn't look too bad, actually, to be honest. It's kind of like a porous material, like almost like coral reef. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but now that I got it all dirty with my finger, go ahead and put it back together. Maybe we just got to crank on it just a little more. ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The thing runs. The boat is trashed. But at the end of the day, the gold is in the back of the boat, okay? I had a good feeling about it. It was kind of a bear to get this boat home. These tiny ass little piss ant fucking trailer tires were horrible down the highway. Horrible. I mean, the whole boat, it's doing this behind you. You can just see the tires. And when I get off on the exit, the tires were like bending. Like, I don't know. Little sketchy location. Oh well, ain't nothing I ain't used to. Yeah, it's stuff like this. This engine, and it brings in a lot. I don't know how many times I gotta edit this shit because my brain doesn't. From here to here is a long distance. Anyway, this engine is going to be a fantastic candidate. I'm going to clean it all up. I may change the oil, even though the oil is good. It doesn't even go bad. Oil doesn't go bad. Okay. What breaks down the oil is heat and carbon deposits, like in a running engine. I may throw a new filter on there just because so it looks better. But as far as the oil goes, it looks fantastic. There's a lot of great things on this motor, minus the starter, alternator, and fuel pump. It runs and it has no cracks. Not that I could see, okay? When I go to water test this thing, that's gonna be the tall tale sign if this is a good motor or not. And I'll do that off camera. I hook a hose up to it, fire it up, and then let it run for half hour or so to make sure that it's not gonna mix water and oil, because if it does that, it's trash. But other than that, hopefully the carburetor is fine. It looks like a gas station bathroom. I said that in the video, but sometimes they come back around because a lot of people that own these boats, they run non-ethanol. And it doesn't gum up the carburetors as much as regular unleaded fuel. And that's why you pay a little more for it. It doesn't go bad as quick. This boat's been sitting, the sticker says 18 on it, so I don't know if it's been in the, random person walking over there. I don't know if it's been in the water since 18 or if it hasn't ran since 18. Who knows? The outdrive is staying on the boat because I can't sell those to save my life. I've had it posted for $100 and nobody takes it. So it'll go with the boat. I don't know what I want to price the boat out yet. Probably little or nothing since it's not really worth much. You're really just paying for the trailer. And it's a galvanized trailer, so that's. But other than that, gentlemen and ladies, that's gonna wrap this one up. We got the gold out of the back, which was the engine. It runs. That's fantastic. I'm gonna order a starter and a fuel pump. I know I have an alternator for a fact at the storage yard. We're gonna have a decent engine. I'm gonna clean up that wiring mess that I tore apart. We're trying to figure things out. I wish I would have stuck a meter on it. I don't have a meter. That's my next investment, maybe tonight. So I gotta get that one replaced. But I would like to get into the bigger engines, like big blocks, small blocks, stuff like that. They're a little more, they're harder to put on a pallet. You gotta really, unless I build mounts for them, if I'm doing more of those than these sit real nice on a pallet, as you can see. And these seem to be the most popular. They call these the Iron Dukes. And what happens is people don't winterize them and then they crack, then they need a replacement. So that's where I come along and give them a good running engine. I do all the checks and stuff, check it over, make sure, the biggest thing is make sure it doesn't leak any water or, you know, leak water internally. That's the biggest issue with these things. Other than that, these things are bulletproof. I've got one in my personal boat. I run wide open. So recommended spec is like, I believe wide open throttle is 4,400 RPMs or 4,600. I put a new distributor in mine. I run 93 in it and it runs 51 to 5,200 RPMs at 40 miles an hour. And I run that thing wide open for hours. I've been doing that for years. The one in my boat, the block is cracked just under the manifold, so it leaks water into the bilge. But it's been that way since day one. So they're really stout engines, just as long as you keep them from freezing. Obviously anything with water in it is gonna freeze. Okay, that's enough of me rambling. If you guys like these videos, please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, it helps the channel out. And we can keep doing stuff like this. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I'll see you guys in the next one.